जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जनवल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन यमुना तीरावनचारी यमुना तीरावनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय प्रभुपदा 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 श्रील प्रभुपदा श्री निताय गौरचंद्र भगवान की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। Hare Krishna. So, we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1st, Chapter 15, entitled as The Pandavas Retire Timely. And this is the verse number 16. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Yad-doḥṣu ma praṇihitaṁ guru-bhīṣma-karṇa. Nāptra-trigarta-śālya sandhava balikādyaihi. astrāṇy amogha-mahimāni nirūpitāni. nopaspṛśur nṛhari-dāsam ivāsurāṇi. yad-doḥṣu ma praṇihitaṁ guru-bhīṣma-karṇa. nāptra-trigarta-śālya sandhava balikādyaihi. astrāṇy amogha-mahimāni nirūpitāni. nopaspṛśur nṛhari-dāsam ivāsurāṇi. yad-doḥṣu ma praṇihitaṁ guru-bhīṣma-karṇa. नात्र त्रिगर्त शाल्य सांधव बालिकाद्यैः अस्त्राणि अमोघ-महिमानि निरूपितानि नोपास्पृशुर् नृहरि-दासम् ivāsurāṇi यद-दोḥṣu गuru-bhīṣma-karṇa astrāṇy amogha-mahimāni nirūpitāni nopaspṛśur ivāsurāṇi Any matters? yad-doḥṣu-praṇihitaṁ guru-bhīṣma-karṇa astrāṇy amogha-mahimāni nirūpitāni yad-doḥṣu-praṇihitaṁ guru-bhīṣma-karṇa नात्र-त्रिगर्त-शाल्य-saindhava-balhikadyaihi astrāṇy amogha-mahimāni nirūpitāni nopaspṛśur nṛhari-dāsam ivāsurāṇi. So the word to word translation: Yad, under whose, doḥṣu, protection of arms, ma praṇihitaṁ, myself being situated, Guru Dronacharya, Bhishma Bhishma, Karna Karna, Naptrat Bhurishrava, Trigarta King Susharma, Shalya Shalya, Saindhava King Jayadratha, Balika brother of Maharaj Shantanu, Bhishma's father, Adyaihi, etc. Astrāṇy, weapons, amogha, invincible, mahimāni, very powerful, nirūpitāni, applied, na, not, nopaspṛśur, touched, nṛhari-dāsam, servitor of Narasimha-dev, Prahlada, iva, like, asurāṇi, weapons employed by the demons. So translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The great generals like Bhishma, Drona, Karna, Bhurishrava, Susharma, Shalya, Jayadratha and Balika all directed their invincible weapons against me. But by His, Lord Krishna's grace, they could not even touch a hair on my head. Similarly, Prahlad Maharaj, the supreme devotee of Lord Narasimha-dev, was unaffected by the weapons the demons used against him. So purport: the history of Prahlad Maharaj, the great devotee of Narasimha-dev, is narrated in the 7th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Prahlad Maharaj, a small child of only 5 years, became the object of envy for his great father. Hiranyakashipu, only because of his becoming a pure devotee of the Lord, the demon father employed all his weapons to kill the devotee son, Prahlad. But by the grace of Lord, he was saved from all sorts of dangerous actions by his father. He was thrown in a fire in boiling oil from the top of a hill underneath the legs of an elephant, and he was administered poison. At last, the father himself took up a chopper to kill his son, and thus Narasimha appeared and killed the heinous father in the presence of son. Thus, no one can kill the devotee of Lord. Similarly, Arjuna was also saved by the Lord, although all dangerous weapons were employed by his great opponents like Bhishma. Actually, purport is very huge. As Prabhupada speaks about Karna and Jayadratha and the other names, what the names are there in the translation. Maybe as we go ahead, I will read the points. Om Ajnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadhamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guruho Shri Yutha Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitamscha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamim Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashatya Deshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratvishe Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchan Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhano Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Kalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Sadi Shiva Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna. So I seek the blessings of all the devotees before speaking on this elevated topic of Srimad Bhagavatam. And especially since many devotees are speaking the series of shlokas, so this is the point where Pandavas retired timely. The Yudhishthir Maharaj is talking with Arjuna, and like the earlier devotees also very nicely shared that already Yudhishthir Maharaj saw so many bad omens, but he was fearful to, or that way very much did not wanted to mention directly whether Krishna is left or not. But he was very much able to understand that yes, our Supreme Lord must have left. But he was trying to ask through different ways. And then further now, Arjuna, now he is experiencing that separation from the Lord. And in that separation, he is remembering his interactions with the Lord, especially there on the battlefield. Yes, and now he is remembering how there are so many powerful, you can say the enemy army party, the generals were there. But in front of them, I was nothing. Yeah, it was like a huge ocean of army. And the big fishes and big crocodiles were there. And all this Bhishma, Karna, Drona, Bhurishava, Jayadratha, Shalya, Duryodhana, many were there. And in that, for me to cross such ocean was practically impossible. I could do it because of Lord Krishna's presence there. So this today's shloka, now he is remembering these names, and now he is remembering Prahlad Maharaj. Yes. Further in the 7th canto, we'll be seeing this whole pastime of Prahlad Maharaj. Now here he is remembering that how even Prahlad Maharaj's case also, just a 5-year-old boy, and Hiranyakashipu is such a powerful personality. And there also, Hiranyakashipu applied his best of the strength, best of the capacity. But he could not do anything to Prahlad Maharaj. So the way Lord Narasimhadev, Lord appearing as Narasimhadev, protected Prahlad Maharaj, similarly for me, here Lord Krishna is there and he protected me from all these great generals. So in the purport, Prabhupada is talking about the different personality, practically huge thing. He speaks a lot of things, Karna and Jayadratha mainly, and many others in between. So he's talking about Karna, like Karna's previously, in his previous life he was Dambodbhav, then he did a lot of austerities, pleased sun god and received benediction, this thousands kavach. And he was telling anyone who will destroy this 1,000 kavach from your body, then you will die. Till then you will not die. And even anyone who will break one kavach of your body, he will die immediately. So that was invincible, you can say, the powers he received from sun god. So there we see Narayan Rishi appearing, and one by one they are fighting with, now Dambodbhav became the Sahastra Kavach. His name became Sahastra Kavach. And there, like big pastime, Narayan Rishi one by one is doing tapasya, another is fighting with this Sahastra Kavach. One by one they cut off the 99 Kavacha. And then last one Kavach was remaining. And then he became very fearful that last one is remaining and I'll die. Because 99 already gone. So he again takes shelter of sun god. And the next life when we see Kunti Maharani remembering sun god, chants the mantra, sun god appears there and gives one son. So this was the same Karna reappearing, Sahastra Kavach reappearing as a Karna. With that same this Kavach, one remaining Kavach he comes. So but this Karna was there with the Kunti before the marriage only. So that is not good. Therefore Kunti did not keep Karna with him, with her. Just left him in the Ganga. And then further was raised by carpenter. And he was further known as the son of carpenter only. So Suta, what is it? Suta, yeah. Suta Putra. So like that, then later on he gets admitted into the school of Dronacharya, learning the archery. And since school days only he picked up a rivalry against Arjuna. And Duryodhana was also against Pandavas. So he liked Karna because of his rivalry against Arjuna. So then a lot of back and forth things goes. And then further we see after their graduation, they meet once again in the marriage bureau. The Swayamvar of Draupadi. And there many kings came, princes came and tried to get Swayam, win that condition which was there in the Swayamvar. But could not. But then Karna also comes there to try. But the brother of Draupadi stops. That you are not a Kshatriya. So you are not allowed. So there kind of he got insulted. And there in front of him he saw this Arjuna taking Draupadi. So he became so angry that he along with other kings, they attacked Arjuna. And Arjuna became like so chivalrously, very nicely he fought and defeated all the kings along with Karna. So there also Karna received that defeat. And then that his heart was burning right from school days, and now Swayam also he lost. And then further, because of insult. But Duryodhana was very much supporting him because of he was having that rivalry against Arjuna and Pandavas, and here is Karna. So he, to encourage Karna, he gave him one kingdom also, Angadesh, and he became the king of that Angadesh. And further we see then it was the Karna only. Further in that gambling match, he inspired Dushasana to go and call Draupadi also. And because the Pandavas lost Draupadi and they lost themselves, so it was Karna only told now tell them to remove their clothes. And further we see the kind of unreligious activities, the adharmic activities done by Karna. Then further in the fight, in the battlefield, Prabhupada is writing that he was very powerful warrior. He killed maximum the Pandava army, soldiers. And then later on, actually before the battle, he was having this kundala. And Indra in disguised form took that kundal from him because Karna was known for his charity. So then Indra became very much pleased with the charitable disposition of this Karna, and in return gave one Shakti weapon also. So Karna was reserving the Shakti weapon for Arjuna, to kill Arjuna. Krishna was knowing this. Like I guess yesterday only his grace Natwar Gaurampa was sharing this. Thus a Shakti weapon was reserved for Arjuna, but Krishna very tactfully put Ghatotkach in front. And then Karna was forced to use it against the Ghatotkach. So then that weapon was lost. But still he was very much fighting, and he was the one who could hit the mukut of Arjuna. Yes. Actually it's hitting the head, but Krishna very tactfully made the horses sit, and then that arrow hit the helmet. And then further, because his chariot wheel was stuck into the mud in battle, he was trying to remove, and during that time Krishna told Arjuna, you just kill him. So it was not as per the Kshatriya conduct of code, but because Krishna wanted, Arjuna executed. So that's how Karna got killed in the battlefield. Then further Prabhupada speaks about something more about some Bhurishava and Susharma who were there, and the kings. And then he elaborates further on the Jayadratha. Jayadratha's background. Jayadratha was he was another son of Vruddhakshetra, and he was a king of Sindhu Desh, now currently Sindh, Pakistan. And he was also there present in the Swayamvara of Draupadi. And he was also very much attracted to Draupadi and wanted to have. But he could not. He could not win Draupadi there. But later on he was very much trying to get Draupadi. So later on we see once he was going for his own marriage in the forest. And in the forest he saw Draupadi nearby. So he thought very nice opportunity. Then he sent somebody to kind of call her and propose her and take her with him. But there also Draupadi completely denied. No. So but he could not control, and he then went and caught Draupadi and forcibly was taking to his chariot. Draupadi very big kind of slap or so something he gave. Prabhupada says, Jayadratha fell flat like a cut tree. When you cut the tree, like that Jayadratha fell flat there. But still again he got up and took Draupadi very forcibly. And then around actually Pandavas were not there. So one Rishi was there, Dhamma Rishi. Now, being a sage, what he will do? He was giving cursing and chastising him on Sanskrit, some shlokas. Then he informed the Pandavas, and the Pandavas came and killed all the army of Jayadratha and rescued Draupadi. Then Bhima became very much angry on Jayadratha. How can you do like this? And he gave a solid beating, almost like Jayadratha was on the verge of death. But then Yudhishthira told, don't do, wait. Then when Jayadratha was brought to Yudhishthira Maharaj, very much insulted in front of other kings and all. And there then Yudhishthira Maharaj very nicely gave good counseling. We should not be doing like this. Okay, ठीक है, next time don't do. And then just left him. But Jayadratha became very much often kind of like insulted by this. He wanted to take a revenge. And then Jayadratha, he goes to Gangotri. There sits and does a lot of austerities to please Lord Shiva. And then when Lord Shiva was pleased, he told, I want to conquer over these Pandavas. But Lord Shiva told that is not possible. But for some time you will be able to fight with the Pandavas and you will be able to hold them for some time. So Jayadratha, ठीक है, at least कुछ तो हो रहा है. So then in battlefield we see when Abhimanyu was very killed by so many the kings around. So that time Jayadratha was one who stopped the Pandavas to coming in to help Abhimanyu. And then the Arjuna was not present that time. He was like fighting at the other side. When evening time, when he came to know that Abhimanyu was killed so mercilessly, and Jayadratha was the one who kind of stopped the Pandavas, the other brothers coming in to help Abhimanyu. So Arjuna takes the vow that tomorrow, before EOD, before sunset, I will execute Jayadratha. I will finish up Jayadratha. Jayadratha became so fearful. And I was not there while killing Abhimanyu. Somebody else only killed. Why are you picking me? He was so fearful, so fearful. He was like right then, there only was packing luggage and going, I'm going. I'm going. But others told, no, you have to be there. No, specifically Arjuna has taken a vow. And the whole thing, we can win the war if we just protect Jayadratha. Can just protect the Jayadratha. And the next day was the amazing way they arranged the army, and Jayadratha was like towards the end. Then Arjuna had to cross the whole army, the ocean of army of this Duryodhana, Kauravas, to reach up to Jayadratha. It was kind of impossible task. But by the mercy of Lord Krishna, very nicely, Vinod pastime, very nicely he could not cover much distance, as such physically distance he could not cover. But towards the end of the day, by the mercy of Lord, he could kill Jayadratha. But speciality of Jayadratha was, before shooting the arrow, Krishna told Arjuna that shoot your arrow in a way that the head of Jayadratha should fly, and where his father is doing tapasya, so there right in the father's lap the head should fall. Don't make it fall here, there. Amazing shot. Amazing shot. Then Arjuna shot his arrow and then head went flying. And when his father, where his father was doing tapasya, right in the lap of father, father's eyes were closed. So he got surprised what came in his hand. And he just threw it off. And that was the blessings to Jayadratha, that anyone who will make his head fall off on the ground, his head will crack into pieces. So it was his own father made his head fall on the ground. So then his father also died there only. So like that the Jayadratha died. So that's how then Prabhupada explains a huge thing in the purport. So what Prabhupada is speaking here in the purport about initially about Prahlad Maharaj also. How Prahlad Maharaj was protected by the Narasimha-dev. So Srimad Bhagavatam 7:9-19, Prahlad Maharaj very nicely he quotes the shloka in similar context. Like what here we say, Mare Krishna Rakhe Krishna Mare ke. If Lord has decided to protect somebody, then nobody can do anything to him. But when Lord only gives up, then there is no hope for the person. No hope. Like what we see in Ramayana also, while building that, constructing that bridge. So these monkeys were putting stones in the ocean, and on the water that stone was floating. It was surprising to Lord Ram also. Then he thought, let me also try. He took one stone in a secret way, another side, and dropped it in the ocean water, and that stone sank completely. Now from behind, Hanuman was watching. And Lord also was surprised. "Arey, you are putting so much of stones, all are floating, but I am putting a small stone, so they are sinking." So there Hanumanji told, "My Lord, what will be the situation of a person if you give him up?" Yes? Tvad upekshitanam. If you leave him, then what is the hope for that person? So similarly here also, Prahlad Maharaj is saying, Balasya neha sharanam pitarau narsimha nartasya chagatam udanvati majjato nau taptasya tat pratividhirya ihan jaseshtas tavat vibho tanubhrutam tvad upekshitanam. My Lord, if you have left somebody, then there is no hope for that person. Now here he is giving examples also, 3 examples of balasya neha sharanam pitarau narsimha. The parents are not the protectors of their own children. Yeah, parents are the one you can say are the most dear to child. Child is most dear to them, and they will do their best to protect the child. But it is not guaranteed. They can't give guarantee that we will not allow our child to go through certain sufferings or the ultimate suffering of death. Not possible. Yeah, like in. Once in the West Bengal, in the Ganga, there are a lot of crocodiles. So while crossing the Ganga in a boat, many people were there, and there was one family also sitting with a small kid. Mother was sitting with a small kid on her lap, and water was just nearby. So this child was kind of putting hand into the water, and suddenly one crocodile caught this hand of the child. And now one side mother is pulling the child, and the other side crocodile is pulling this child in the water. And seeing this, the boatman and other people also saw, kind of boat was also shaking. So boatman directly told this family, either you leave the child or both of you jump into the water. Otherwise this all 40 people who are there on the boat, everyone will die. And now blood has already circulated everywhere. The other crocodiles also will come and attack. Very dangerous. So mother could not do anything, and she just left the child. So balasya neha sharanam pitarau narsimha. The other case we saw like long back, around 2006-07, I was there in Aurangabad and got to heard a news. There in the nearby there Aurangabad there are some ghats. And ghats, like a very zigzag, it goes up. That roads are very zigzag form. So there one family was traveling in Omni, and Omni, like morning time, somehow driver made some mistake, and then this Omni was had like a head-on collision with another big travels coming from the opposite side, and now very like head-on collisions right in front. The Omni could not keep the balance and just fell from the top road and rolled down to the below road, the another road below. And there another travels was going. So second time was hit by the another travels. Another once again, then Omni came on the like another road below. Like that, then practically nothing remained in the Omni. Everything was like full, was gone. And people all inside, the family, along with driver, all were dead on the spot. So this family was having a small child also. The mother was having small child, baby child, on her lap. So when people later on saw, everything was blood. Even the child was also into completely blood. But they later on saw this child. Nothing happened to this child. Whole family died. Driver also died on the spot. But nothing happened to child. Child was completely into the blood of mother and not a single scratch on his body. So balasya neha sharanam pitarau narsimha. If Lord has decided to protect somebody, then nobody can kill him, no matter how difficult situations. Like similar one of the doctor was sharing. This was Dr. Shailesh Mehta from Gujarat. Big heart surgeon having 2-3 hospitals in Ahmedabad and Baroda and Rajkot. big hospitals, almost like 58, 69, 59 years old doctor, and having a lot of experience in heart surgery. So one of the very critical case came in front of him, the 6-year-old girl, and when he saw the file, case was too difficult. He told, even if you operate the child, chances are only 30%. The child may remain. But he asked the parents what to do. Parents told, what is the other option? He told, other is you just leave the child like that within 3 months, at max 3 months, and then child will be dead. So what to do? I told, okay, doctor, you take the chance, at least 30% are there. So then immediately the child was admitted, and they started preparing for the operations. And then every day the mother used to kind of tell this child to offer prayers to God and developing faith on the God, like that. And this doctor was atheist, not having faith on the God and all. So when the operation, the child was shifted to operation theatre. Just before operation, the child asked, doctor, are you going to open my heart? Doctor told, don't worry, you will not have any pain. We'll give proper medications and other things are there. So you will not experience any kind of pain. So don't worry. He told, no, my doctor, like I heard the heart, that God stays in the heart and you're going to open my heart. So after the operation, please let me know how God looks like. It was like kind of very emotional, and just 6-year-old baby, very emotional for the doctor also. He told, don't worry, don't worry. And then they began with the operation, connecting all heart machines and then the pulsating machine. But within just a short time, they realized not a single drop of blood coming into the heart. That's so critical case, so critical. And doctor told, just close it off, switch off the machines. Case is out of hand now, it's gone. And doctor also became very much emotional when he just remembered the words of this baby before getting the anesthesia. So he became very much emotional, about to like kind of cry, like that. And then suddenly nurse told, doctor, look, the blood is coming into the heart. And then he told, oh, okay, switch on. Don't switch off the machine, keep this machine on. And then another 4.5 hours, he continued the operation, cleaned whole heart and the arteries and everything inside. And he told, operation is successful, this baby can live another 60 years. No problem. Haribol. So there this doctor was also surprised that what it was like, case was like out of the hand, and he is like not a small time person, like he want to get his appointment for next 2 months, he will not get his appointment, such a like busy person, and opened many hearts, till now did so many surgeries. But practically you can say here the small baby did his heart surgery. And that day he told, actually this 6-year-old baby made me a 59-year-old person, a cultured person. Yes, developing faith on the God. Because case was out of the hand. Yes. Balasya neha sharanam pitrav narsimha. If Lord has decided to protect somebody, case was out of hand. And expert medicines, like the second example, what Prahlad Maharaj shares is about medicine. Even if a person having expert doctors, expert medicine, best of the facilities, modern technology, everything is there around. But if Lord has tvad upekshitanam, if Lord has given him up, no mercy, nothing will work. Nothing will work. Yes. So, and third example here Prahlad Maharaj gives is that majjato nau, the nauka, डूबते को नैया भी नहीं बचाती. Yes. If somebody is drowning, if he is supposed to drown and die, then no matter how much best of the facilities, we have the famous example of this, what is his name? Titanic, the best of the example. Yeah. Another example also I heard that there was one submarine, and a submarine, like they're in the water doing something, but somehow the submarine got stuck between the two big kind of stones there below in the ocean. They tried their best to just come out of it, but could not. Then they told, we can't do anything, we need help from outside. Then they tried their best on radio to contact nearby other boats or maybe the nearby center. And when they connected, They explained their situation. Can somebody come? I told, okay, we can come. But they did the calculation. I told, we'll take around 26 hours to reach up to your location. I told, if you can do it little early, that will be nice, because we have just 20 hours left with us with the oxygen available. And they told, we'll try our best. They tried their best, but they could not make it less than 25 hours. And when they reached, everyone was dead inside. So even though they had the submarine and best of the things, but tvadupekshitana, when Lord has given you, there is no hope. There is no hope for the person to go ahead. Yes. So that is the case we see. Tvadupekshitanam. Yes. The Prahlad Maharaj and Hiranyakashipu himself. Hiranyakashipu had best of the things. He is having the blessings of the topmost person in the universe, Brahmaji. Yes. He had that, you can say, guarantee card with him. And did lot of tapasya also, physically also very strong, huge army. Such powerful person that with just moving of eyebrows, demigods are controlled. Demigods are controlled just by moving his eyebrows. People want to control many things. Yeah. Yes. People want to have remote control. They need to have remote, but Hiranyakashipu did not have any remote also. With just eyebrows, he could control the sun's temperature, or maybe the rains and everything. Whole world he made air conditioned without paying anything. Yes. So that much powerful personality. And what Prahlad had as compared to Hiranyakashipu? Just a 5-year-old person, physically also weak, and could not control anything. Not wealth, manpower, no other powers around. Only one thing was there, his connection with the Supreme Lord. And Lord had offered that protection to Prahlad Maharaj. So even though Hiranyakashipu had that guarantee card offered by Brahmaji, but that could not work. Prahlad was protected. So another example we see from even Ambarish Maharaj and Durvas Muni also. So when Durvas Muni created that fiery demon to kill Ambarish Maharaj did not even took one step behind. He was standing there only, having full faith on the Lord. My Lord, Maro bhi rakho bhi, jo ichha tuhar. Whatever it is. He had complete faith on the Supreme Lord. And stood there only. But Lord Sudarshan Chakra burned that fiery demon. And then was behind Durvas Muni. Durvas Muni is such a ascetic person, lot of tapasya he had done. So he could not stand there. Instead of just maybe not just taking one step behind, he was roaming throughout the universe for the protection. Going to Brahmaji, going to Lord Shiva, Indra, and many other places he was going throughout. And later on he was standing right in front of Lord Narayana. He was standing right in front of Lord Narayana. Lord Narayana is telling, I know my devotee knows me. Who are you? I don't know. Sadho hridayam mayam, sadhana hridayantuham. So I know my devotees and my devotees know me. I don't know you. So even though he was standing so close to Narayana, but he was not close. But Ambarish Maharaj was so far away from Narayana, but he was so close to Lord Narayana. So that's, and from there Lord Narayana had offered full protection to Ambarish Maharaj. Yes. Like one of the class, His Holiness Srimad Maharaj also explains that people say Lord Narasimhadev showed mercy on Prahlad Maharaj and protected Prahlad Maharaj. But protected from what? From the weapons of Hiranyakashipu? From the poison which he offered through snakes? Or when he was thrown from the hilltop? So what kind of protection Narasimhadev offered to Prahlad Maharaj? Of course, the physical protection also he offered. But more than that is the protection from the false ego. Yes. Prahlad Maharaj never became proud that, see, I am personally protected by Narasimhadev. For me, Lord is taking a different form. Not human, not animal also. Yes, Adbhut. Like half lion, half man form. Such form he took only for me. So he never became proud. So Lord Narasimhadev protected Prahlad Maharaj from this pride coming into the heart. So we see Ambarish Maharaj also. Durvas Muni after 1 year, coming back to Ambarish Maharaj falling flat right in front of him on his feet. There Ambarish Maharaj did not say to Durvasmuni that, see, that's what I was trying to explain. And you did not listen. Unnecessarily you had to do so many things. No problem. I forgive you. Now have your prasadam. I am waiting for you for prasadam. So he did not say like that. He says, actually it was my mistake that because of me you had to go to throughout the world and experience a lot of trouble in your life. Kindly forgive me. And now here is prasadam for you. And Ambarish Maharaj offered prayers to Sudarshana. He said, your name is Sudarshana. Please don't trouble Durvasmuni and leave him. So that's how we see the devotees. Devotees are offered complete protection by the Supreme Lord. So we see in case of even Srila Prabhupada also. The other people are sharing. Like Captain Pandya also says, till date I never saw ocean was so calm. I many times traveled by this way, but ocean was not so calm. But this time because Swami on board, it was so calm. Yes. And the place, the Bauri place where Prabhupada was staying, it is said that people used to sit in the window with the gun. And their hobby was shoot people who are traveling there, walking there on the path. Now also very difficult, I heard somebody was sharing some places. Night time after 8 o'clock, nobody even dare to go on that road. Anytime anyone can shoot you. Such deadly place. And there Prabhupada stayed. So that Prabhupada had complete faith on the Lord, and Lord also offered full shelter to Prabhupada. So the way Lord is protecting the devotees, I was just contemplating how Prabhupada also protected us. Yes, there are a lot of distractions and deviations in the world in terms of a lot of philosophies also. Like in book distribution, we meet two kinds of people generally. Like one is not interested. Another is person who shows interest also, but instead of listening from us, he gives his own philosophy to us. Yeah, like Chaitanya Charitamrita, Srila, our Kaviraj Goswami says, Sri Chaitanya Prabhum Vande Bhalopi yad anugrahat Tarena nana matagrahya Vyaptam Siddham Sagaram. By the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, a child can cross this ocean of science created by this Buddhist philosophy, Shankara philosophy, and then Kanada and Patanjali and many other Yoga Sutras and many other things are there. Like one thing is not interested, they're like out and out modern, bewildered by the modern technology and all. The second category of those are interested in spirituality but get bewildered and distracted by the other people around. So Prabhupada so nicely protected us and gave us the right knowledge. Yes. Like yesterday I met one boy towards the end. Lot of information he was having, lot of information. Practically he was asking me question. I thought very genuinely asking question. Who is Bhagwan? Where he stays? Who is his father and mother? Who are his brother? And later I asked, ठीक है, कृष्णा अपने माता पिता के कौन से नंबर के संतान थे? तो ये क्वेश्चन से मुझे पता चला कि he is testing my knowledge only. So then I asked, what do you want from me? You already know the answers, then why are you asking questions? But still you are asking questions. So many questions after questions after questions. He told, then I can ask you questions and discuss on this matter another 4-5 hours also. Very nice, lot of knowledge you have. So maybe now it is already 8:45. Maybe tomorrow you can come down to our temple and we'll discuss there. So I told come down tomorrow morning 4:30 we have morning program. So in morning program you may come, or maybe towards the end you come, or maybe during daytime you come. I told no. Actually I have a lot of work also. And being in Pune without working, how can you maintain yourself? खाना पीना भी लगता है ना, तो पापी पेट का सवाल है, तो काम भी करना पड़ता है. तो I don't have much time. देखते हैं जब भगवान का बुलावा आएगा तब हम देखेंगे. So I was just thinking कि just having information there is no use. Prabhupada translated bhakti as devotional service. Yeah, like if you go to kitchen, like morning like 9 o'clock, devotees are expecting something nice coming from the kitchen. And if you go in kitchen and see the kitchen team sitting around there in the Prasadam hall with their books of recipe master open and reciting from the recipe master, reciting and memorizing the recipes in the recipe master. And if you go and ask them, they may share you Sanskrit shlokas on recipe master. Recipes of dal and paneer and makhan wala and kofta and veg kolhapur and many other recipes they may share. And another half an hour if they share with you, they may say, Prabhu, theek hai, but what about the other things? And then still they are sharing other menus after menus and recipes. Without looking into book, they are showing and reciting the recipes. Then somebody goes in kitchen and sees the kitchen vessels are shining, full. The steel vessels in the kitchen are fully shining. Kitchen floor is very wiped, clean, dry also. As if from morning nothing has happened there. So, Prabhu, what happened? So just by sharing the recipes and reciting and memorizing recipes will not happen unless you translate that into actual cooking and something tangible comes out. Yes? So just by sharing the information is not going to happen anything. When you apply that in your life, the devotional service, that is more important. Yes? So that's what Srila Prabhupada gave us. Yes? So I was just thinking how Srila Prabhupada also protected us from the other philosophies and gave us a practical definition of devotional service. How you can make your whole life an offering at the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord. Yes? Spiritual life is not just a part of your life, but spiritual life is like whole life itself. Whole life itself. Yes? Heart of life or the whole thing of life, you can say. Yes? So that's how Srila Prabhupada also offered protection to us. But how can, I'm just thinking how the Arjuna is experiencing that dependence on the Supreme Lord. Maro bi rakho bi jo ichha tohar. So how can we express our dependence on the Lord? So Srila Sanatana Goswami shares in the Hari Bhakti Vilas about the 6 symptoms of surrender. What is that? Anukulyasya sankalpa pratikulyasya varjanam. Rakshati iti vishwaso gotruptve varnam tatha. So, and last one is Atmanikshepa karpanne shadvida sharanagati. The 6 things. Very easy. Yeah, like directly depending on the Supreme Lord. May say like how I can do it. So here is like practically he is telling, accept those things which are favorable for our Krishna consciousness, reject those things which are not favorable for my Krishna consciousness. Then Supreme Lord Krishna is my supreme protector. Avashya rakshabe Krishna iti vishwaso. And then 4th is accepting Lord as our supreme protector, guide, master. And 5th is fully Atmanikshepa, fully surrendering to Lord. And 6th one is the humility. Yeah, Karpanne. So the 6 things you are sharing. How can we show surrender towards the Lord? But Lord also becomes difficult. Then best is have faith on the spiritual master, the words of spiritual master, and do these things for spiritual master. Yes, anukulyasya sankalpa, pratikulyasya sankalpa. All these 6 things you can offer towards the spiritual master, who is representing the Supreme Lord for us. That becomes more easy. Yes. Okay, Hare Krishna. So that's how here Arjuna is expressing Maro bi rakho bi jo ichha tohar. Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.